Okay, tripod for the camera. We have a variety of different tripods, but these are the typical ones that you're going to be signing out. So there's little flip levers on each one of the legs. There's one that goes up and down, and then if you need to go higher, there's one that goes off to the side. That's fully extended. You should just note on the very, very bottom, if for some reason you're outdoors and the ground is more like grass, you can thread these up, and that exposes more like a spike that could go into the ground. But if you're inside and you want to make sure you're not going to scratch the floor, just make sure that's all the way down so that it becomes a rubber base or a rubber foot. So each one of them has that. So we'll just go ahead and extend all the legs. And here's a little tip, because it's very likely that that is too tall for a lot of people. So what I always suggest people do is actually flip the tripod upside down, and that way, and then adjust the legs to whatever height you want. And the reason I say flip it upside down is because you can make sure all the legs are the exact same distance before you expand it. It's just easier to do it when it's upside down. That way you can say, okay, yep, they're all the same level, they're locked down. And then when you pick it up, flip it around, and expand the legs, it should be fairly level. And if you come in close here, there's actually a bubble level right here. And if for some reason that is not level, or if you're outside and the ground is not level, this right here, this can be loosened. The whole top of the tripod is on a ball, it's called, and so you can just compensate for the ground maybe not being level and just adjust till the bubble's level, and then tighten this, and now your camera's going to be level when you put it up here. And if I grab one of the cameras that we sign out already have a tripod plate on them, and the very specific groove. The plate will only work with this tripod. So if you have a different tripod, it won't work. And then what you're going to try to do is get the groove of the plate to line up with the groove of the tripod, and you're going to slide it in. The lens of the camera wants to face away from the handle. So the handle's always in the back of the camera. The lens is going to point in the opposite direction, but we're going to slide the camera in from the back, from where the handle is, forward. And if you listen closely, you'll hear a click. There's the click. The click is like a safety lock. So now the camera will not fall off the tripod. It will slide back and forth, but it's going to hit a safety and it won't come off. And then to keep it from sliding back and forth, you're just going to tighten this red wing nut, and now the camera's kind of secure. And then to take it off, you're going to release the red wing nut. We're going to rotate around. We're going to push it all the way back. It's going to hit that safety. To release the safety, you're going to push this red button in and then just pull straight out, and then it's released. So the two red things are strictly for the plate lock, and then the blue adjustments are for, one is for tilt, up and down, and then the other one is for panning left to right. And you can just keep them completely loose when you're shooting, because you'll have your hand on it and you can adjust it. One quick last comment. Our tripods come with a remote control on them, and there's a little wire that comes off. This actually plugs into the camera on the side.
Yeah, this is what I get confused.
It says, at the top it says remote. The bottom hole is actually for a pair of audio headphones. So if you wanted to monitor your audio, you'd plug in there.
Okay.
But this is going to plug in where it says remote. And then what that does is it gives you the ability to zoom the camera. It's going to light up. When you're recording, you can press the R button, and that will, it'll take a second. Let me hit it again. You'll get a big red light, and that lets you know that you're recording. And then this is a little rocker switch, and it is touch sensitive. And what I mean by touch sensitive is if I push it gently, the camera will start to zoom in slowly. If I push it all the way down as far as it will go, it's going to zoom fast. I don't suggest a lot of zooming in and out where you're shooting. Usually it's just used to like set up your shot and then you kind of leave it alone. But just so you're aware, if you wanted to do some fancy move where you were panning and zooming at the same time, you'd use that.
Great, thank you.